Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing a Phyrexian Praetors Jodah the Unifier Tribal 5-colored list. It's going to be a standard best of 1 list with average converted mana cost 3.6. It has 31 creatures, 2 non-creatures, and 27 lands. Now, the idea here is pretty straightforward, and it's to combine all the Phyrexian Praetors that we have access to in Standard within one deck, and to get them out all together, or try to at least, through Jodah the Unifier here. The rest of the cards are supporting cards, so it's a sub-theme between humans and Phyrexians in the same deck. Let's say Jodah got corrupted and now it's half humans, half Phyrexians, right? Plays well with the story. So let's get right into it, right? The reason why we're playing humans here is because Jodah needs a lot of support. And if you're playing legendary creatures and you're focusing on Jodah's abilities, you have to play creatures. You can't really play a lot of non-creatures. So the Phyrexian 2 mana and 3 mana creatures usually are pretty bad. I did have Gix Yawgmoth Praetor in the deck, which I cut, and I did have Glissa as a 3-of in the deck as well. And within the 2 mana slot, I had Thalia and 2 Phyrexian creatures that were for 2 mana. So we're focusing on a Phyrexian tribal deck, but those Phyrexian creatures for 2 mana were absolutely terrible, right? They can't compete, they can't do anything. Whereas your protection creatures like Hajar and Melira here can give you a lot of protection and provide massive board presence. These are 2 mana 3/3s that can protect your legendary creatures or your creatures in general, along with Skrelv here. So this is why we had to replace the Phyrexians with basically human creatures that can provide further value for the deck. Because remember, like, I do want to play a deck that not only is janky but can compete, right? So this is a deck that has a sense of competition within it, let's say. So yeah, with that being said, we're playing one Skrelv here that we can fetch off of Jodah. Very straightforward. Skrelv can act as very good protection here. I'm playing Denik here because of the lifelink mainly. It's against aggressive matchups, right? Because Standard is filled with aggro, so Denik has been a little better for me than Thalia has. Hajar, we talked about Melira, protection, Katilda, ramp. And since we're playing multiple humans here, even a human Phyrexian here with an Irritai, we can ramp pretty well into our big top end, whether it's to cast a Jodah on turn 4 or cast an Elshinore on turn 4, maybe earlier as well. But not earlier than turn 4. We have the best card for Jodah, in my opinion, in a very long time, and that includes Historic, that includes Explorer, that includes all formats. The best card for Jodah the Unifier is Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia. I've tried many Jodah decks. I've tried Jodah in Historic, Explorer, Standard multiple times within multiple decks. I've tried it in Historic Brawl. So far, the best supporting card for Jodah is Gwenna, because you put Gwenna down, you cast the Jodah on turn 4, it untaps the Gwenna, and if you have a 2 mana thing, you can cascade Jodah on the same turn. You can have Jodah's effect on the same turn, the same turn that it slams the battlefield, which is quite insane. That also fetches us a Skrelv. So Gwenna has been the best supporting card for Jodah across all formats, in my opinion. Glissa, Sunslayer, obviously very combat dominant card that can also act as enchantment removal and card advantage, so Glissa had to be included. I had 3 Shieldreds instead of Glissa, but I wanted something that's lower curve that can dominate combat against all these aggressive matchups, and Glissa, if you can't remove it, you just can't attack, right? So very, very good. The only thing that plays well against Glissa is Jace, surprisingly, because it kills the power on Glissa, basically, right? It tames the Glissa. But besides that, Glissa has been amazing. Lagrella, removal. I really desperately needed more removal there than just Irritai or 4 copies of Irritai. Lagrella has been amazing. Shauna, lifelink, again, against these aggressive matchups. A lot of mono red on best of 1 standard. Lifelink, you can draw cards, and if it gets big, you can draw 7+ cards in mid to late game. So it's an even better mid-range mid-range battle kind of card, right? Shieldred the Apocalypse is our first and cheapest Phyrexian Praetor, Eritire Resurrected. Elishnorn has been overperforming. Let's just put it that way. Elishnorn has been great so far. Urabrask, card advantage, right? Urabrask, we did manage to cast an Urabrask and win a couple of games with Urabrask, so very fun. Very forgotten Praetor here, unfortunately, and it's the least favored when it comes to the fan base, right? And then 4 copies of Jodah, 2 Vivian, and the reason behind Vivian is that we can actually kill an Eritite to get a 5 mana Praetor. Vivian can play well with Jodah because we can just climb up the ranks, right? We kill a 2 mana creature, get a 3 mana creature. We can fetch removal, right? Kill a 3 mana creature like a Gwenna that we've already used for Jodah or something else, and get a Praetor, right? So Vivian has been decent in the deck, in my opinion. And then the last card is Jinkitaxius, which we can hard cast, all thanks to Gwenna here again. So yeah, within the mana base, the mana is very, very specific and crafted to our needs, right? We need a ton of white, green, and red and blue in the beginning, but we're focusing on all of these. We have Secluded Courtyard, Plaza of Heroes that can help cast our stuff. And then for turn 3, we need mostly, still green. We need a lot of green, and only by turn 4 onwards is when we really need our black, right? So that's why we have the slow lands as black lands here as well. And then we have the Bant and Naya Triomes here. So yeah, with that being said, that does it for the list. It's very, 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 very fun. This is the more fun Jodah list than the human ones, right? The human list usually focuses on being extremely aggressive and just winning games this way. This is not as aggressive as the human list, but it's more fun than the human list. And I mean, if you get 2 Praetors down, it's usually extremely hard to deal with, especially if you have a Shieldred and Elishnorn, right? It is really hard to deal with for your opponent, and there are insane blockers as well. They're very combat dominant as well, which is why we have 2 copies of each. So yeah, it's very unfortunate for Yawgmoth. It's extremely hard to cast, right? It's insanely hard to cast. The 2 black is really hard to cast. It's almost a nightmare to cast in this deck. Maybe if we had more black early on, we can cast it, but we just don't, right? We don't have black early on, so we can't cast Yawgmoth. So yeah, Yawgmoth is going to have to basically leave. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you do, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, I hope that you enjoy the gameplay. It's been very fun playing this deck. Try it out, let me know what you think. Sequencing is important, and hitting things on curve, which this deck does beautifully. So yeah, thank you guys so much for your continued support, and with that being said, I'll see you guys later with another video. Okay, bye. Okay, we're on the draw with a very slow hand. That's a mulligan. Okay. We got Catilda on 2. Huh. Two mana for Hajar. Next turn we have access to 3 mana. That's 2 mana. That's another 2. So yeah, it's Catilda on 2 here. Excuse me. We have a Jinkitaxius in hand, but we don't have a Jodah yet. Contaminator. Okay. So Eritire. We don't have black mana, huh? No, we do not. Okay. Alright. Play Gwenna and pass. Next turn we can play Jinkitaxius, I think. Right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Sentry to take the Gwenna. That's painful. Oh, no blocks. Alright. We need that black mana desperately. Nice. Let's see it. Scrolv. Okay. Yikes. Resolve all. Okay. Okay. So here, what's the play here? Sure. Okay, friend. Sure. This is getting fairly interesting here. Johnny. Yikes.
Why resist us? Phyrexia.
That is painful. Sure. The nice part is that we have access to a lot of colors here, right?
And sharpened steel.
So even if they activate Scrolv, they'd probably name blue, right? Which we can't block with. And this has trample, so we need to find an answer to the contaminator here. No blocks from green, huh? No blocks from green. Okay. We're at 7 poison counters, 8. 9. Yikes. Alright, so that's pretty bad, huh? We have 2 Praetors at the moment, but 5 blockers, huh? Okay. See if they want to take the block here. They let Johnny go. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gets countered. And even if it was to resolve, Elishnorn would not trigger that. Okay. Let's see what they do with the Screlv here. We're at 9 poison counters. 9 people. 9. Let's see what they try to do. Yeah, they don't have a good attack here, I guess. Alright, this is pretty good. Yep, we cast it with Gwenna. Nice. Alright, so if we attack all in here, they have only 1 blocker, huh? So that's game. They block the Jinkataxius most likely, so that's 10, 20, 20, 29. Yeah, that's game, huh? Close game here. Very, very close game. But we're at 9 poison counters, but a Jodah is all we needed. So that's nice. What a game, wow. That was really fun. 2 Praetors in the first game. Nice. Okay, we're on the draw with a fine hand, I believe. I mean, we have a 2-drop. And we're drawing the lands for airtie here. So let's see what happens. Okay, mono green artifacts. Man, these 2 mana 3/3s that the legendary creatures, they're insane. Like, they're just so big for 2 mana. Seriously. Alright, We just pass here. Root wire amalgam. Okay. This is getting interesting. No attacks, huh? Okay. We're gonna pass 2. So we can drop Elish Norn next turn. I do love how this deck can play on curve reliably. Alright, let's see if they want to attack here. They attack with 1. So what we do here is we play Iratai. And destroy this, I guess. Yep, they get a card. They're at 2 mana still. And then we double block. And I'm not going to sacrifice the Hajar here. Okay, they take Hajar with them. Probably drew them a land here. No? Okay. Alright, Elish Norn. I think they no longer trigger, right? If they slam an artifact because of Elish Norn. Oh, they do trigger, okay. If a permanent entering the battlefield, don't cause abilities of permanents your opponent's control to trigger. I wonder how this triggers then. It's fine. It's okay nonetheless. It should be fine. Alright, we have another removal spell in hand. So, do we Gwena or do we Urabrask? If we Urabrask, they most likely take the block, right? They have a Reckoner Bankbuster here as well. If we Iratai, we can kill something here, right? I don't think we Urabrask this turn. I think we just attack with the Elish Norn. They can't even double block her, so that's pretty good. Okay, I think we just Gwena and Skrelv this turn. Alright. Opponent passes. Alright, this is pretty good. Okay, so blue, white, green. I am gonna take this. Yep. And this, I guess. Nice. Oh yeah, because it triggers twice through Elish Norn, right? I'm still not used to playing Elish Norn that much. They crew, I think. Yep, that's okay. Alright, we keep Skrelv untapped and we attack with Elish Norn. Next turn we have Urabrask. They take it. Opponent plays Liberator, huh? Okay. We keep Skrelv for protection here. Yeah, that's okay. We drew Shieldred as well, so that's really good. Alright, red, red. We slam Urabrask. Let's see it. They can flash something in. I think they're gonna want... Oh, it's a clay champion, huh? That's insane. That is actually really good. That's really good for them. Okay. They block the Elish Norn. Alright. Our opponent is trying, so kudos to them. We lose Elish Norn here, but it's okay. Teething Wormlet, sure. And a Simian Simulacrum. That's fine. The thing about these is that they have no color, right? So Skrelv is pretty bad against them. No, we can kill the clay champion though, right? Wow. Opponent wants to be aggressive. Yeah, sure. Less blockers for me. Alright. Card advantage from Urabrask. It's a land. Well, that's fine. Alright, I think we play Jinkitaxius here. Jinkitaxius could be pretty good here. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all of our mana. Airtie is much needed here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't double spell, unfortunately. So what's the plan here? If we kill Clay Champion, we attack with the Urabrask, right? And the Lagrella. If we play Jinkitaxius though, I mean... What's the play here, friends? The play has to be Airtie here. Even though I would love to slam my Praetors here, but... It is what it is, right? Alright. Alright, just force them to take that block. They're down to 5. Pass. Alright. Another Liberator, that's fine. Yep, another tail swipe maybe. I'm gonna say green here. Skrelv is so good, man. It's insane. Skrelv is just absolutely crazy. Land me. Nice. And the Jodah. Alright. Do we play Jodah or do we go full Praetors here just for the fun of it? We can't go full Praetors here, so I think we go Jodah, but we go Jodah with we name blue here and we name black, I think. Yeah. Nice. Alright. Nice. GG's. That was really fun, man. That's really fun. What a deck. Okay, we're on the draw. We have a keepable hand. Okay. We have 2 Praetors in hand. We drew removal as well. Canker Bloom from our opponent. I think we do lead with the Catilda here. Because if she survives, then, you know, she probably won't, but if she does, then, yeah. It's pretty good for us, right? We take it. If they have a removal spell, I'd rather they use it on the Catilda, right? It's an edict. Okay. Play Melira here. Let's see what else they have. We are still able to hit things on curve. Yeah, I'm fine with taking damage from Canker Bloom here. If it's just another one, then that's fine by me. Alright, turn 4 Shieldred. Turn 5 Elishnorn. We're just gonna pass. Alright. They need another edict. But even, no, actually they don't. We can just sacrifice the Melira. They kill the Shieldred, but Melira brings Shieldred back, right? We have a turn 5 Elishnorn. It's another Blood Tithe Harvester, okay. Let's see what they got. Okay. How bad would it be if we lost Malira to an attack here? And do we actually need to attack? I don't think so. Just play an Elish Norn and pass here. We actually do need to play Hajar, so they need to find answers here, I think, so they might actually pop that blood token. Tyvar, sure.
Whoever slays the most Phyrexians wins.
Okay, they target Shieldred, sure.
We're in this together.
They get it back. You don't get a blood token anymore. Does that actually kill it? Twice the number, so no. It doesn't. Nice. Thank you, Elish Norn. And thank you, Shieldred. Man, these Praetors have such a high toughness. It's so, like, they're so combat dominant. Yeah. Alright, nice. Just a reminder that if you guys have been enjoying the gameplay and the multiple different content within the channel, you know, it takes a lot of time throughout my day to make these videos, and it takes a lot of effort as well, most importantly time, and with time it is a killer sometimes. So yeah, if you guys have been enjoying the content so far, make sure you check out the links down in the description if you want to contribute and help out the channel. You can become a patron if you like, or a member of the channel. Any form of support can go a very long way and can keep me making videos daily or almost daily to try to satisfy your Magic the Gathering needs. With that being said, thank you guys for your support of any kind, and let's get back to the gameplay. Okay, we're on the play with a Gwenna removal and a Hajar, and a very, very, very keepable hand here. Alright. Decent lands here as well. Opponent is on turn 1 Kumanu. That's fine. So Lagrellas are not really good in this matchup, but these 3 toughness creatures are. I mean, Hajar is definitely pretty good here, right? Okay. And the Phoenix chick, sure. All right. Fine. Let's start swinging back. Maybe we can race them. Maybe. Alright. This one deals 1 damage. And then a Reckless Impulse from our opponent. Nice. Alright, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter. Alright, pretty awful hand from our opponent here. Well, it's good, but it really isn't good enough. No attacks. Why won't you attack with the Phoenix chick? I mean, can't block. We're losing a ton of value here. If we start to draw a lot of lands here, we're gonna end up losing the game, right? Do we have an attack here? I guess not. It's not worth it losing the Hajar like this. They can always double block the Hajar as well, and then target Lagrella and just remove our entire board, right? Plus, we have to keep in mind that these creatures do exist. So, another Phoenix chick from our opponent. Huh. They're attacking with this, which means they have a play with fire, huh? You take those. Doesn't make sense that they're attacking with this, but should be okay. And Catilda. Can play Catilda here. They double block. Do you think they'll double block the Hajar? Maybe. They just chomp. Okay, I see why they chomp now. Alright. I guess we trade. Okay. I mean, we can always trade with the Lagrella here, right? I don't understand why they're still not attacking with the Phoenix chick. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not enough to cycle and to pump the team. But I think I am going to pump the team here. And we are going to make some blocks. But we're just not drawing into our creatures. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's an absolute floodfest here. Yeah, exile a Reckless Impulse. How convenient. Let's see what they get. And a Lightning Strike. Okay. Alright. They're so indecisive with this Feldin. It's insane. Okay. Let's get them out of range from a Lightning Strike, or a single Lightning Strike, that is. Yeah, we're absolutely flooding out of our minds here. Let's cycle this right away. See if we can find something to top deck. Okay, that's insane. Okay, it's time for us to attack, right? So they have to block. Alright, so how do we go about this? They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 damage. We're gonna be at 4. And I would rather just honestly attack 2 here. They have 8. So they're just 1 Lightning Strike away if we don't make blocks. Okay. Exile the land. Perfect. Then a Swift Spear. Okay. Good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough. Not enough for our opponent. And that's game. We made some decent blocks. They were hoping for us to block the Feldin so that they can get something else, but that's not going to happen. We're not going to fall for it. GG's. Okay. We're on the play with a extremely slow hand, huh? That's a turn 5 Jodah. Maybe we can equalize. Maybe. Another mono blue deck, bro. That is just so lame. Alright. I don't get how mono blue is still even a thing with all the aggro and the ladder. Oh, is it? Okay. That makes it a little better for us. Okay, nothing from our opponent, huh? Just 3 mana things. I am gonna wait on this courtyard here to see if I want to name human or Phyrexian with it. It's a Brotherhood's End. Alright, at least Skrelv survives. Alright. Phyrexian. We are going to counter that. Alright. How does Izzet deal with big creatures? Probably not that good, huh? And we are going to name human here. Oh yikes, we don't have the mana for Jodah. Wow. Alright. Anyway, we can just cast our Phyrexians. How come though? I mean, yeah, because it's 5 mana. We should have named human as well. We actually had the mana for Urabrask. Alright. Give me mana. Shieldred is going to do, I guess. Nice. They exile, so Shieldred and Urabrask are not really good together, right? The nice part is that's their third Brotherhood's End, bro. Their third one. I think we do have Jodah next turn, right? Yeah. So if they don't make something happen this turn, it's a big yikes for our opponent. They have 5 mana, so they can maybe Abrade and Brotherhood's End, but what do they deal with? Shieldred or Urabrask? If they don't cast that Brotherhood's End, it's gone, right? It's not in their hand. But yeah, we definitely messed up on the lands. We could have hit Jodah on turn 5 and dodged all that Brotherhood's End shenanigans, because we could have named both as humans. We did have the mana for Urabrask, but if we name both humans, we would not have the mana for a Jinkataxius. Although we do have the mana for Shieldred. Well, no, we didn't even have the mana for Shieldred, right? So yeah, that's why I named one human, one Phyrexian. That's how I go about it. Because if I can't cast my Jodah, at least I can cast my Praetors. If I can't cast my Praetors, at least I'm casting Jodah. But yeah, opponent has had enough. There's just too much Praetors or Praetor, power to deal with. Nice. Okay, we are on the draw with a slow hand. But it's expected, right? So if we're playing against Mono Red, you can easily deal with the Gwenna and win the game by turn 4, right? No, we just cannot mulligan this hand, unfortunately. If I'm mulligan, I'm at risk of drawing a similar hand, but less cards. So at the very least, we need to find our Shieldred, right? Or Shauna, or just a turn 2 play that we can top deck. So yeah, I think this is a keep for me. It is what it is, right? If we're playing against Mono Blue, we lose again. It's green. No turn 1 play, that's a good sign. We drew removal as well, so it's another good sign. Okay, so toxic or toxins, or it's just Selesnya humans. Alright, so we need to be mindful of the angel. We drew more removal. Interesting. Plaza of Heroes, huh? Adeline, maybe? It's a Peacekeeper. Okay. Alright, so they're gonna name Jodah here. But the nice part is they can name Gwenna as well. Man, our hand is flexible, right? We can just take that Peacekeeper. What did they name? They named... Yeah, they named... Okay. So we just take that Peacekeeper. They see that our hand is missing some lands. And so far we have not drawn any lands. Another Peacekeeper. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're just targeting Gwenna now, which is fine. Alright, I'm gonna name human here. We're getting close to this Jodah. Just gonna run out the Shauna here. Alright. Just one more land for that Jodah. Or the Elish Norn. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Alright. One land, one time. I think it's Elish Norn here, though. So that if they have other Brutal Cathars, at least they don't take our stuff, right? They have access to red mana, though. It's a Helana and Elena. Okay. Alright. Interesting game so far. Yeah, pointless attack here from our opponent. Okay. Five. Yeah. Let's just attack with the Elish Norn. If they mass block the Elish Norn, at least we can make something happen, right? Intrepid Adversary. Yep, Elish Norn is clutch with these ETB creatures. And the Thalia that does absolutely nothing against us. Yeah, so that's game. Alright. Nice. All you have to do is just outgrow the Helana and Elena board, right? And Jodah is a great creature for that. Next turn, we slam Shieldred and we double Cascade with the Jodah. So, I mean, it's just insane. GG's. Alright. What is this hand? I'm definitely not going to keep a hand like this. Definitely. First of all, it's the Legend rule. Second of all, what are you ramping into? So, it's just not a keep for me. Alright. We don't have black mana. And we have to name human, right? Because we have both Danik and Shauna. We actually do need removal, I think, within... yeah, it's gotta be the Iganjo world. It's gotta be. Lead with the Forge because we do want Danik on turn 2. And Courtyard is going to name human. Or humans. Counterspell from our opponent. Nope. Okay. Another control deck here, naturally. Alright, here I'm gonna play Hajar. Because they might have a depopulate next turn, right? It's a joint exploration. Alright, they're close to a farewell at least. Or a wandering emperor, huh? I mean, how bad would that be? Yeah, they definitely have Wandering Emperor, right? Let's give them the option here. Force them to interact, or... yeah, probably just force them to interact, huh? It's a union. Okay, they're up to 18 cards. Yeah, it seems like a very straightforward control deck here. Alright. Well. You can just play Glissa here, I think. A witness the future from our opponent. If they have a Jace, that's pretty good against Glissa, right? It's just an Azusa. Play another land. 2 lands. Yikes. Alright. Let's see what they got. It's the safer route to destroy the enchantment, right? They cycle. So they flooded, huh? Okay. We can definitely overrun them with creatures if we don't overinvest. That's for sure. Another land. They pass. Alright. Endless detour. Yeah, top is fine. Just play Shauna here. Alright, what we do need here is a Vivian, because at least Vivian can dodge a Farewell or a board wipe, right? And keeps us alive. Our opponent here just, yeah, that's a control deck for you. It's lame, huh? Alright, they might have a counterspell here that they've held on for a while. So instead, I think we just, instead of Vivian, I think we just attack with the Shauna. Take the chance to draw. Play a Glissa. And just draw some cards off of Shauna, huh? It's a devious cover up. That's fine. We knew about the counterspell. That would have been bad. Take action. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I love Shauna. Nice. Alright, opponent is losing their minds now. Another Witness the Future. It's just a Dryad survival. What is this deck, bro? How do you even compete against mono blue or mono red? Like, what do you do? GG's. Alright, we are on the play with a keepable hand. Lead with any white source for Denick. And then we have Gwenna. We have Eratai here as well, which should be nice. Yep. Evolving, adaptive, another. Oh, we actually need blue here, so yeah, this is gonna name human. Alright, this is why I have Denick here in the deck anyway, against all these aggressive matchups. No attacks, at least from our opponent this turn, which is pretty good. Alright, we need to draw into our top hand now. A bloated Contaminator makes an appearance. They probably kill the Gwen, right? Yep. We gain life. And thing is, we can't cast the Shieldred, huh? Eratai is gonna have to do here, I guess. A Vorak, okay. We get a land. So they have 2 counters. They probably put it on the Contaminator. I mean, if we kill the Contaminator, we double block the Beast Caller. At least that leaves us with a creature, right? And then they put the counters on the Vorak, which makes it a 5/5. So Alright. We give them a card. Okay, they go for Denik here. Another adaptive. Okay. And another adaptive. Alright. So their hand has big stuff, huh? Alright, I guess we don't block here. Can't afford to anyway. It's an Elish Norn. That's big enough to block, right? Bushwhack. Okay. Yep, they're trying to get lands for these big creatures that they have in hand. They don't have a good attack though here, so... Actually... Black, blue... Yep, so you can cast... Why did you use my blue mana, bro? Alright. Okay. That's fine. It happens when you're playing a 5-color deck, I guess. Do we sacrifice the Hajar if they block with the Vorak? Probably not. We don't know what's coming. Yeah, that attack meant nothing. We don't know what's coming, and we do know that they have a lot of big creatures in hand. Right? By the way, they were playing. They opted to get a land with the Bushwhack. Obviously, they needed the mana. They probably have that Defiler of Vigor, I think, in hand. Oh, it's a Nissa. It's a 5-mana Nissa. Okay. At least the adaptives don't grow, which is pretty nice. Alright. See how they want to block. They block Shieldred, okay. They chump Elish Norn. That's fine. Yeah, Hajar is going to be problematic for you, friend. We get to investigate as well, which is you know, it means that we get a clue that we can crack to draw a card, because I am going to sacrifice the Hajar. Yeah, they realized these were terrible blocks. Yep, they want their creatures to survive here. I'm still going to go for it. I do want to draw. That means my Airtie survives, and I do want a wider board than they do. They're the aggressive deck, but so far they've been insanely behind. And we actually do need to deal with that Nissa. Let's see what they got. Crack the clue. We drew another Hajar, that's nice. Alright, we're gonna cycle. Gained a casual 6 life off of Shieldred, and this here should be game. We get a Skrelv as well. But yeah, it's too much for the green deck to handle, so that's nice. I guess Shieldred and Elish Norn taking it home for us here. But it's really just the combination of creatures and the plays that we made, right? Puts the green player way too far behind. So nice. GG's.